Taurus, welcome to your June 2025 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. So this is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. And my purpose for today is to ask Spirit, what is happening for you in your love life in June? What can you expect? What do you need to be aware of, know about? Is there anything going on that I can uncover for you so you can be fully prepared for whatever happens? So I'm really excited to see where this goes because it feels like something's been a long time coming, Taurus. And of course, hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here as well if you're interested in a Taurus. I mean, who wouldn't be? But just to remind you guys that energy is fluid, roles may be reversed, and you can just completely take it at your own discretion if you feel the roles are reversed. But because this is a Taurus reading, Taurus will be the main subject of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I like to start off my readings with a mini meditation to clear and set the energy. But if you don't have time for that, you just want to get to the cards, I completely understand. Go ahead and check the timestamps in the comment below that's pinned or in the description box of this video. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now, and we'll see what Spirit has to say through the cards. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you guys for June 2025 and love and romance. And honestly, what I was hearing through that meditation was someone chewing gum. So I don't know, maybe that is applicable to someone in a way. Someone's currently chewing gum, or someone's like always chewing gum, is like it always has gum in their, pocket, in their purse, whatever. Maybe it's a nervous habit. Maybe someone's anxious about something to happen. But anyway, let's see. So we have the butterfly, and it says evolving and growth, next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. And someone could have a butterfly tattoo just to confirm. And then ship, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progressions, and arriving. I love this. Okay, so someone could be by the sea, by the water in a city, or a state that's on the water, off the coast of something, whatever. Someone could even have like a Navy background, or whatever that country of yours would particularly be for that specific thing. But I love this because I feel there's just a new era entering in your love life in June. I think that there has been some sort of cycle or some sort of part of a connection or something about your love life that has run its course, and whatever is from the past that needs to be cut has been, whatever has been holding on to this that no longer fulfills you. You have done everything you could so you can have a beautiful beginning here in June. And it feels like very accomplishing. It feels very much like, a weight lifted to have older energy be cut out for space for something newer and better. But again, this doesn't have to be so much of cutting an X. It could even be like, the stage of a connection that's run out, and, some of you guys are really ready to go to that next level and are waiting for this person to be on the same page with you, because if they're not, you're going to be moving on with or without them. But I think your ships are coming in through this, through your evolving, and through it evolving to exactly what you wanted from this. It's going to happen for you. I'm seeing the letter E as an Eva or Evan. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Okay, so let's keep going. This is beautiful so far. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn. Like, I just see an anchor with this ship. So someone's anchoring something in, like grounding it, holding it down to manifest. The moon, you will be guided through darkness. And then the sun, what? It says your perseverance is rewarded. This is soulmate energy. This is divine masculine, divine feminine here. And I think the feminine is coming more, you know, open to the change that's happening. I think through kind of accepting the past as it was and fully letting go, or even kind of realizing something has run its course and you're ready for this to evolve, you're ready for this to change. The perseverance of sticking through this through the hardest time is allowing this to unfold naturally at the way it was supposed to and meant to. So if you felt things were getting a little bit slow or things weren't progressing, June is when it happens. I can 100% affirm you for that. And your intuition has been on fire lately, Taurus. I wonder if they feel intuitively connected to you, or you are just so in tune with their energy, their emotions. They can't hide anything from you. You just pick up on everything. They're the type of person that may try to act like nothing's wrong, but you already know. And so I think you are deeply telepathically, psychically connected to this person, and them realizing the power that you have in that sense, that you could see through them, you know them so well that they feel this sort of vulnerability with you and this readiness to kind of deepen this, to establish something here between the two of you. I feel something like completely achieving this month that you've been working towards, or you've been really wanting to happen with this person for so long. I just saw freckles on someone's face as well. That could just be a confirmation about who I'm talking about here. Someone can also have a crescent moon tattoo, perhaps. Tell me more about this energy for Taurus. Air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and it says work through the element of air to cut through the core of the situation and see the truth. There's going to be some sort of revelation here within someone. And I think with these two energies of the ship and the butterfly, like I think that awareness has already happened for the butterfly. The butterfly is very well aware of what this connection is or how their love life is going to go, the timing of it all, and accepting it. And letting their wings fly, kind of just being open to the universal love that is meant to come in for you guys. And is very freeing to allow the universe to let it happen the way it should. And in some way, I think in order for that to be completely happened was something you had to let go. Some sort of expectation, some sort of pain from the past, some sort of belief that wasn't true to you anymore. By doing that has allowed the catalyst and like the domino effect to happen in June for this manifestation to come in. And I think all the while you've been guided through intuitive hits, through signs, through synchronicities of something coming in for you. And I think you're not going to be shocked when it happens, but you're going to be very, very happy and very thankful for when it does. This, again, it's something has been coming for a long time. And with air, maybe it's through what someone has to say to you. It's what someone finally wants to talk to you about. And that conversation may be what's going to be the settled, you know, finalized thing between the two of you. And I feel you're at peace with it. I feel you're happy with it. I feel like that's the thing you needed to hear, Taurus, from this person you wanted to hear it from the most. Whoa, okay. Check your phone, you know, keep your phone close. It could be coming through a text message, a phone call, and that will be the start to, you know, the conversation you're meant to have with this person. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Tell me more about this energy for Taurus. June 2025, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone dealing with a Taurus? Okay, Judgment. Wow, powerful energy. There's going to be some sort of final say this month in your love life, or something that is going to be, you know, fully secured, fully made up, you know, someone's mind being made up, some sort of maybe even a lesson from the past, or, you know, the way of what you wanted from the past that was taking its time to come about is reappearing now. You know, that excitement, that hope, that trust in all of this. Beautiful. Someone could be a musician or an artist in the, you know, music world, a DJ, rapper, you know, someone that likes to write songs or something like that. Obviously, it's not for everyone. Maybe someone has like a gift with a singing voice that's very beautiful. Wow, yes. Okay. Whew. Intense energy. Strong fire energy here. So some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or you could have strong fire in your chart. Tell me more. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy. There are two fives here. Your birthday could be May 5th, May 15th, or April 25th for some of you guys out there. But yeah, I wonder for a bit, maybe some of you guys were a little bit afraid of how something was going. Maybe it was a little bit on the rocks. Maybe some of you were arguing a bit more. Maybe some of you guys were just feeling like this person wasn't understanding you or wasn't wanting the same things you wanted. Maybe they kind of had a little bit of a defensive mode when talking about certain things that happened in the past, or, you know, certain things that you want to have implemented. This person is very stubborn mentally. And so it may take some time to fully see something and be open to it. And I think that that's kind of where you were having perseverance in seeing that this person may be on their own path of growth to realizing something here. And it took a long, long time, and they were resisting it for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't feel ready. Maybe they didn't know if, you know, they could make these big changes in their life. But I think this is coming in the form in the way it was supposed to now, because they're finally open to this. And maybe even Taurus, you had to give them a little bit of a timeout so they could really understand. So maybe you guys went on a break. Maybe you guys did break up in some way. Or again, just maybe you were just unhappy with how things were still kind of plateauing in your connection. It was annoying you. And I think they caught on that energy here. And they don't want to fight with you anymore, Taurus. They don't. And they don't see the reason in kind of keeping this plateaued if you're unhappy with it. So there may be a little bit of tension in the recent past that has led to this catalyst of change coming in. Because let me tell you something, we have change with Judgment here. I think that with whatever Five of Swords energy you guys were in before has really opened their eyes, has really made them see that there is something that needs to be done, needs to be said to you, because it matters to you. And they do care about you, Taurus. They definitely do feel as if Spirit brought you guys together for some change within themselves. Maybe within their lifestyle, maybe within, you know, it could be the type of energy where they never wanted to get married. And maybe that was something that bothered you for some time, and you're the first that made them consider it, maybe. That's just an example, but you get what I'm saying, right? So Judgment, there's an eye-opening, you know, conversation, an eye-opening experience that is going to help solidify the connection between the two of you. And again, it feels like something of your ship coming in. It does feel something that is going to make you happy, that is going to prove to you that, you know, when you were in the dark of this, not knowing how it was all going to unfold, it does really work out in your favor here in the way that you hoped for when you first met this person or when you first had this connection. What's crossing this is the Seven of Wands. Leo energy. Yeah, someone is fighting for this. And someone, I feel, Taurus, on your end, it was more internal. Like you didn't want to be too pushy. You did want to stand your ground in this because you felt very strongly about this person, but you needed them to meet you in this energy, to want this as much as you want this, to fight for this as much as you were willing to fight for this. And maybe there was a lack of that for some time, and you felt like maybe they didn't care as much, and that's what created the tension in the background, right? Which, again, like, I think they just don't see some things, or it's hard for them to see a different perspective sometimes. And so maybe they felt you were pushing them or being aggressive with them, and that made them be a little bit more stubborn and resisting for some time, as this is the challenge card. But I'm hearing like resistance is futile, you know, like it didn't help anything. It may have caused further issues. And to think that maybe it could come to a time where you may say June is where it's make it or break it. Like, I've waited long enough. I want to have this. this month will show me if I'm meant to have it with this person. They're sensing that intuitively, as we saw with the moon card that appeared. And so, yeah, I think they are right now gaining the courage to come up with a solution or come up with a proposal or come up with some sort of conversation to make sure that this is something that is going to stay in their life, because they definitely don't want to see you go, Taurus. Why? Because we have Queen of Wands crowning this, okay? Aries energy. You are so fun to be around. You have a life of, you know, excitement. You like to keep your life fun. You like to have diversity in your life. You like to have, you know, projects that you're passionate about. You are someone that's on the go, that has things scheduled weekends. Maybe even for some of you, you could have like your own business. You are very entrepreneurial, and that's something they find very attractive. And let's just go into that realm. With the Queen of Wands, they find you very sexy, very hot. The way you dress, the way you do your makeup, if you wear makeup, you look good. And they can always tell that they have like a cutie on their arms, or they have someone very handsome. And I think with this Queen of Wands energy, though, it's more about your independence, Taurus. And what I mean by that is, again, with the Seven of Wands, you're sticking to what you want to have and what you are going to achieve in your love life, period. You are just ambitious in general. But again, there's something like a ring you want to have, a commitment you want to have, and they know that you're in your power to do so with or without them. It's very, very clear. And they're awakening to that fully as you kind of instill that more or bring it up more, or whatever the case is. Your energy is definitely in that mode of, you know, take it or leave it type of thing. And they find your confidence in that very sexy. They find the way you carry yourself and the way that you could do it with or without them to be very, very sexy. So I think with this Queen of Wands energy, they're becoming very clear that you are going to get what you want with or without them. That's when they have to make up their mind if they want to be a part of it or not. You want them to, but you're not going to be the one waiting on them to get it or waiting on them to show it. What's rooting this is the Hierophant. Taurus energy, Capricorn energy for me as a reader. Personally, some of you could possibly be dealing with another Taurus or someone with strong Taurus in the chart. Ultimately, what you're trying to ground is commitment, is partnership, some of you even marriage. That's what you want in the long term. And you want someone to work with you on that, to, you know, pursue that, to dedicate to that. You go all in, Taurus. You're very loyal and very giving when you're in love with someone. And you just don't want to provide all that effort and work if it's not going to amount with someone else providing that same. I feel with this Hierophant energy, you've taught them a lot being with you. You've taught them the important things in life. You taught them, you know, how much love can really be a gift when you actively participate in it to grow a connection, to grow a situation with the right person. And maybe they had a marriage before that didn't work out, which is why they were kind of avoiding that. Or maybe they never knew if they could have like a strong committed relationship. Maybe they had, you know, parents that got divorced or had a really bad example of love and romance. So they may have thought that, you know, commitment was never going to be for them in that way. And you've completely changed that. You have now made it feel possible for them to ground in the idea of committing themselves to you, Taurus, and being serious and devoted to it with that. Someone could be a teacher or a mentor. I also see someone going to like a confidant or a friend to discuss this situation, especially if things have been a little bit tense with the Five of Swords. And that person is giving them a lot of solid advice and leading them in the right track in the right way. Maybe even like a tarot reader someone's going to. In the recent past, we have the Page of Cups. This is a card that fell. I was like, aw, I love this energy. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Someone's realizing that they are having deep feelings, that they are in love, and that they do care about this person and they care about this situation. And they want to pursue what would be best for making the other person know that they care, make the other person know that they want this, that they have feelings in this that maybe were hard for them to explain before, or were hard for them to show before. But I think you've hit a part of their heart that not a lot of people hit. I think that you got to this place in their lives where they feel like they can start to open up a bit more and be more open to the idea of giving themselves to you, Taurus, and to commit to you. I do feel maybe in the recent past that they had a little bit of an intimate, vulnerable moment with you where they talked about something that happened in their life, where they shared something private, personal with you. And that was a big sign for them that this is something special, that this is something that means a lot if they were feeling that comfortable with you, Taurus. And that moment of vulnerability or intimacy you may have had recently with them is what is the catalyst of them saying, you know what, maybe it is time. Maybe it is time to fully give myself to Taurus, to commit to Taurus, to give Taurus what they want, because they deserve it. They know you do. All right, Taurus, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, you need to prepare for, be aware of. What are they going to do, not do? We're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome. I'm going to pull some more tarot oracle cards to just dive deeper into this situation. So if you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more clarity and answers for you in the extended reading. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video and it will take you to Patreon to access the extended reading. And while you're there, for my Biggest Mermaid Skills Tarot fans, I highly suggest checking out my membership on Patreon, where I'll be providing access to all the extended readings through that membership, exclusive content, and I really created this for people that really, really love my channel and want more of my channel. I will be giving something you guys very, very special through that. So if you're interested in it, I would check it out while you're there as well. But if this is where we depart, Taurus, thank you so, so much for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it's given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.